my fault. Okay. Well, everybody, welcome to the Rambo Family Gospel Hour. We are going to have so much fun, loving on Jesus, loving on each other, just having a sweet, sweet time, singing love songs tonight. We are so thankful that all of you have joined us. Hi, Phyllis. Hi, Debbie. Hi, Chris. Hi, Cheryl. We're so thankful that you guys are here with us tonight. I am so grateful to be joined by the amazing Bruce Dailey on keys tonight. He is a legend and one of my musical heroes. I'm so grateful he's here with us tonight. So, I messed up. We're going to start over, pretend none of that ever happened. Welcome to the Rambo Family Gospel Hour date night. I'm a hot mess. I had my charts backwards. I was singing the wrong song. Here we go. The way you wear your hats, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, they can't take that away from me. The way your smile just beats. You sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, they can't take that away from me. We may never meet again on that bumpy road to love. Still, I'll always keep the memory of the way you wear your hats, the way we danced till 3, the way you changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me. I'll play it, Bruce. What a night. We are so grateful you're all here. Yes, as Debbie is saying, don't forget to share. We are so happy that you all are joining us tonight. It's a little bit different, a little more on the fun entertainment side, but that's the great thing about Gospel Hour. We get to do what we want. We get to have fun, and it's all good. And so all of these songs that we're singing tonight are some of my favorite love songs, classic love songs that remind me of my childhood, just remind me of all those happy memories of just love and beauty and all the things that are joyful in the world. You know, the world today outside is very chaotic and very crazy. And you know what? I believe Jesus loves when we make these pockets of peace and of joy and of love where we can come together and find a refuge from the storm and encourage each other and love each other through these moments, and just help each other not feel so alone. If you are watching and you have a prayer request tonight, we've got several prayer warriors in the comments tonight. Miss Debbie is there to pray with you. Mama Bobby will be there to pray with you. There are several people in the comments who will stand in agreement with you. If you are coming tonight and you need prayer, don't hesitate to leave those in the comments, because just because this is more of a fun night, that doesn't mean that we don't still care and want to stand with you and believe with you. Hey, Mama Bobby. So yeah, if you have a prayer request tonight, put it in the comments, and our amazing prayer warriors will stand with you and agree with you and love on you. You are not alone. You are seen and you are known, and we're thankful that you're here with us. All right. Someday, when I'm awfully low and the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Oh, you're lovely with your smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you just the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. Touches my foolish heart. Oh, you're so lovely, never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. With each word, your tenderness grows, tearing my fears apart. And that laugh that wrinkles your nose touches my foolish heart. Oh, you're so lovely, never ever change. Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you just the way you look tonight. Just the way you look tonight. So nice, Bruce. Isn't he awesome? I'm so thankful that he is here with us tonight. Hello, Jeremiah. Hey, Kendra. I'm so glad y'all are here for this fun night. This next song, I was thinking about it as I was rehearsing it. I think this was the first song that I ever memorized all the words to that was not a Jesus song, that wasn't a worship song or a Christian song. And I remember hearing it when I was really little, and I was kind of obsessed with it. And way back in the day when I would travel on the road with my parents in the bus and we were traveling all around, I remember laying in my bunk bed and singing this song to myself, just starting to pray for the person that God was creating for me to spend my life with. So I was probably 6 or 7 humming this song, thinking about who I didn't know was going to be Joel one day. And so this song has a lot of sentimental meaning for me just because it's like going back and singing this song that was a prayer, but I'm getting to live in the answer to the prayer. This is Someone to Watch Over Me. There's a saying old, says that love is blind. Still we're often told, seek and ye shall find. So I'm going to seek a certain lad I've had in mind, looking everywhere, haven't found him yet. He's the big affair I cannot forget. Only man I ever think of with regret. I'd like to add his initial to my monogram. The shepherd for this lost lamb. There's a somebody I'm longing to see. I hope that he turns out to be someone who'll watch over me. tell him please to put on some speed, follow my lead. Oh, how I need someone who'll watch over me. Someone who'll watch over me. That might be my favorite song of the night. Thank you, Bruce. Making me feel like a jazzy Disney princess, which is every girl's dream, I think, is to be a jazzy Disney princess. Oh, thank you all so much. You guys are being so sweet and so encouraging. I love you all. These next couple of songs, I am sorry. This microphone it makes fun noises when I move it around. It sounds like a little frog saying hi. These next couple songs, I'm going to take a little moment because February, this month, just every year, is just so beautiful, and the way that it focuses on love, it just makes me, who's such a hopeless romantic at heart, just feel all the lovey-dovey feelings. And so I want to sing these next two songs for my honey, and then he's going to come and join me. This first song is one that just makes me think of him. The second song is, I would say, if we had a song, it would be that one. And so this is Unforgettable. Unforgettable, that's what you are. Unforgettable, to. All right, and now for me and Joel's song, Fly Me to the Moon. To the moon and let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love you. I'll play it, Bruce. See what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, darling, kiss me. Fill my heart with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, in other words, in other words, I love you. Oh, thank you, Bruce. We were practicing last night, and I was thinking about it's been almost 10 years ago now that I was in Sydney, Australia with other worship leader friends of mine, Johnny and Natalie Burkhalter. We were traveling around Australia leading worship. And one night, we had a night off, and so we went to this jazz club that we did not realize had sort of an open mic situation where the band, you could just come up and sing. And we were there just going to listen, and someone who was in the audience had been at the worship service the night before, and she was like, this girl back here has to come up and sing. And so the first song that came to my mind was this song, and it was one of the funnest experiences of my life, just randomly singing this song in a jazz club in Australia. That song was actually, I think the reason why we call it our song is because it was actually the first song that Joel and I ever danced to. He was visiting me in Nashville, and we were in my parents' kitchen, and my mom had jazz music on, and it came on, and he whisked me up in the kitchen, and we started dancing, and it was very early on in our relationship, but it just, now every time we hear it, we have to dance, and I think that's what makes it your song, is if you dance to it.
I think that's the rule. No, we can be in it together.
Okay.
Yeah, I think if you dance to it, it's your song.
Yeah.
Let's see.
Come back.
Come back in here.
I don't want to cover Bruce.
Oh, we're okay. Hey, everybody. Do me a favor. Throw some clapping emojis in the comments for Bruce Dailey tonight. Yes. The thing I miss, I see Miss Debbie Miller's already doing it. I miss when you're in a live jazz room and someone does just a great solo, the applause and everybody get into it. It's one of my favorite things when I get to go see live jazz is to just feel like you're in it with the band. So if you're with us tonight, just throw some clap emojis and just, I see Miss Sue doing it. Woo! So thankful. Bruce really is one of my musical heroes. When I first came to North Carolina as a student, just young, 19-year-old, he plays everything. He's just a real father, a real teacher. I love in the Old Testament when they're putting together the Tabernacle of David, David calls for Asaph, Jeduthun, and Heman. And Jeduthun, a lot of scholars believe, actually taught David how to play the lyre, that he was his music teacher. And so he called the guys that really inspired him and put them into the tabernacle and said, hey, teach all these musicians how to worship. Yeah. Bruce is, to me, a real father of worship and music and all things creative and wonderful. And I really am, I cannot express him enough how honored I am to have him in our living room.
I know.
It's so amazing. Just here in the worship room, it's such a blessing. And thank you so much for the clap emojis.
Aww. I'm feeling Renee.
We are so thankful that you're here with us tonight. This is seriously, I love whenever we do jazz nights and Broadway nights because it really gives Destiny a chance to be herself in a way that sometimes in the when we're serving through worship, we're there to serve. And so here we're here to serve the song and to serve you in a different way. And so it's just always my favorite to get to hear her sing and hear this part of your voice that comes out. It brings me so much joy. I always thought Fly Me to the Moon was our song because we both love space stuff.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've often said...
some of our... Here.
You can talk in that one.
I don't know if it had reverb on it. Some of our first hangouts were watching Ancient Aliens.
Yeah, alien stuff, space stuff, moon stuff, and then there's a love song about the moon.
Yeah.
I remember one of our first really the date that just blew my mind is when we both ended up in DC doing that day one concert, and we got to go to the Space Museum.
Yes.
And the fact that she was just as excited as me about going to the Space Museum.
It was so fun.
That she had strong opinions about Pluto. By the way, can we all just agree Pluto is a planet?
It's a planet.
I want to end the debate tonight here in our live stream.
I stand for Pluto.
And the thing is, Pluto's orbit is so long. It's been a planet, not a planet, back a planet, and not a planet. And it still hasn't circled the sun once.
Right.
Poor Pluto. I think I feel that. I feel the Pluto energy sometimes. I relate. No, we are so thankful that you're here with us tonight. I love all these songs. I love this music. I love love. I love that we're giving each other to support and encourage. But I know there's been times in my life where I felt like I was so far away from love and that love would never find me. And I remember a specific Christmas, I sat alone. And I just felt like I was never going to have someone and I was never going to be known. And I just felt like I'd missed my chance. And I honestly felt shipwrecked on an island of isolation. And it was devastating, y'all. And I know sometimes we can find ourselves in that place in life. And, you try to call friends and you try to reach out and it doesn't seem like anyone really understands what you're going through. And I just want to say tonight that if you're in that place, if you're in a place where you just can't wait for February to get over, it's the love month and you're like, thank God it's the shortest month. Let's just get through it and get into March and look forward to Easter. I just want you to know tonight that you are not alone, that you are not alone. You are not unseen, that you are not unloved. I want you to know tonight that even as we sing these songs, to allow yourself to experience love for yourself and also the love of the Lord. Because I do know that in the darkest place that I've ever been, I felt the Father call me a son. I felt the Father call me his own, claim me and say, you are loved in this place. So no matter where you are when you hear this, whether it's tonight or sometime in the future, I just want you to know that there is a deep love that never fails us, and there is an unfailing love that finds us no matter where we are. We love you, we believe in you, and we are going to have a fun rest of the night. The one thing I did want to say before I left is the CD. I know you guys have all heard about this. Put it right up. It's finally out. It's finally released. And we can't wait to get it to you in your hands. You have all been such encouragers and supporters of this project and of this music. And it's everything that we dreamed it would be and more. And we can't wait to get it to you. It's on our website. We didn't do Spotify because we want this to be listened to as an experience. And we want you to sit with it, listen through it at least one time all the way through.
Just worship Jesus
worship Jesus, and go on an imaginary trip
Jeremiah got
to Ireland.
Today.
Yay!
I know Kendra got hers today.
Awesome.
It's starting to make its way to our partners.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All of our Torchlight Commons family, they're in the mail. We've sent them out. You, of course, got yours first before anybody else. And so we just can't wait to get it to you. Go to our website. It's in the store. If you can't afford one, send me a message. I'll send you one for free. I really just want you to have it. I really want it to minister to you and encourage you. It's not about making money. We just really want people to hear the music and experience it, because it really is it's a journey. It is. The songs flow together. There's Celtic instruments, there's African instruments, there's tons of heart, tons of Latin. There's just surprises.
Bruce plays on it.
Bruce plays on the first song, and so we can't wait to get it to you. I'm going to get out of the way and let you get back to singing. Thank you so much for singing Fly Me to the Moon. That made me so happy. I was blushing. Thank you all so much for being with us. We're so happy to host you here in our worship room. And maybe put some requests in there that not for tonight.
Oh, I was
not for tonight.
throw that at Bruce.
But I want to do this again. I really hope that we do this again. So if there's some songs, the website, people are asking, it's RamboKhouri.com. Maybe Miss Debbie, you can put that in the comments so people can find it. But it's RamboKhouri.com. And Miss Sue, yours is in the mail. It'll be there pronto.
Probably will be there tomorrow.
Probably be there tomorrow. All right, I'm going to get out of the way.
Okay.
All right.
I love you.
Love you.
You guys are so awesome. Yeah, Miss Sue, we sent all the Torchlight ones out on the same day. And so I've been getting news today of people receiving it. So it should be today or tomorrow for those of you that are living far. For Alex and Aaliyah, who are in England, it might be a little bit longer for you guys. But for everybody else in the United States, I think the ones in Canada, it might be a couple more days as well. But the United States mailing should be there tomorrow, if not by the next day. And we are just so thankful for your love and your support and your partnership with us in our ministry. It's because of you that we can do things like this. And man, I just can't wait for you all to hear it. It's so special. When Joel was talking about that Christmas feeling shipwrecked, I think we can all really relate at one point or another in our lives to feeling hopeless, feeling a sense of despair, feeling a sense of, God, I know you love me, but I don't know if I believe it. You feel so far away, you feel so distant. I don't know if this is real or not. And what I love about our God is that he meets us in those questions. He meets us in that place of hopelessness. He finds us in those dark rooms where we're sitting just crying and wondering what it all means and where we're meant, like what's meant for us. He meets us in those places and he loves us in those places. My favorite, absolute favorite song about the love of God is the one we're going to sing next. And I've always just heard the first and the last verse sung. But in doing some research, I found that there is a second verse. And I don't know why we don't sing this second verse because it's so good. Joel and I and all of Joel's family, Mama Bobby got us for Christmas a chronological read through the Bible, study Bible. And so you read through every single day. A few chapters, but it's spaced out chronologically. So it's not just kind of how most Bibles are. It's written in the time periods that everything was happening. So it's really interesting. But Joel and I just got finished reading, well, we all did, but we just got finished reading about when Moses was up on the mountain with God and the people started asking Aaron to create a statue for them to worship because they wanted something tangible that they could look at and see and worship. And when Moses is on the mountain, God says to him, the people are acting crazy. You need to go down there and handle it. And God says, it would be better for me to just wipe them out and start all over again with Moses. But as Moses began to speak with the people, he pleaded with God, and God showed mercy. And in that moment, when the children of Israel were living in a state of dishonor, we're living in a state of unbelief, a state of faithlessness, God still chose to love them. And the second verse, I think, is about that. But it's so amazing to me that even in our states of faithlessness, in our states of doubt, in our states of worry, that he still loves us and he still shows compassion, and he doesn't just wipe us out and start all over. He meets us where we are with his love. The love of God is greater far than tongue or pen can ever tell. It goes beyond the highest star and reaches to the lowest hell. The guilty pair bowed down with care. God gave his son to win his erring child. He reconciled and pardoned from all sin. Oh, love of God, how rich, how pure, how measureless and strong. It shall forevermore endure. The saints and angels' song. When hoary time shall pass away and earthly thrones and kingdoms fall, when men who hear refuse to pray on rocks and hills and mountains call, God's love so sure still shall endure, all measureless and strong, redeeming grace to Adam's race, the saints and angels' song. And this is my favorite verse. Could we would think the oceans fill and were the skies of parchment made, were every stalk on earth a quill, and every man a scribe by trade, to write the love of God above, would drain the Thank you, Lord, for your love. Thank you for your grace and your mercy and your kindness that meet us where we are, without judgment, without condemnation. As my grandmother's song used to say, He sees me through the blood. So thankful for the blood that paid the price for our freedom, and the blood that paid the price for us to be able to come home. I just want to encourage you tonight, if you're watching tonight and are just in a state of hopelessness and wondering if you could ever come home, wondering if things have gotten too dark or too complicated to ever really be able to stand in front of God again and not feel ashamed, I can tell you right now, He is waiting at the door, watching the road. He's never stopped watching the road. His arms never get tired, outstretched, waiting for you to come back to the place where you belong. He's got a ring waiting for your hand. He's got a robe waiting for you. He's got a bull that's been getting fat, waiting to prepare a feast. He's not waiting to condemn you. He's not waiting to tell you all the things that you've done wrong. He is waiting there to love you back to life, to love you back to yourself, to love you out of darkness and into His light. I hope that that encourages you tonight and just gives you a sense of peace in your heart and an openness to your mind and an openness to your eyes to turn them back to Jesus, because you don't have to be afraid. You don't have to be scared, because His love is good and His mercy endures forever. He sees you, He knows you, He loves you, and you are more than enough. Not in the future when things are better, not when you've gotten your act together. Right now, you are enough. You are His son, you are His daughter, and He loves you without conditions or limits. That love is available to you. All you have to do is reach out and receive it. All you have to do is take one step towards home and then put one foot after the other. He is there with open arms, loving you tonight. Your heart is safe with Him. Your heart is held by Him. Your heart can be healed in His hands. And He's extending an invitation tonight, offering His love, asking for nothing but your love in return. And I'm so thankful that He makes it that simple. The road of faith, it's a narrow road, but it's not a complicated road. If we're walking down that narrow road following Jesus, He's with us. So why would we ever worry? Why would we ever be afraid? Why would we ever be stressed out? Because the Maker of the universe sent His Son to walk beside us. And there's no better guide. There's no better shepherd. So I hope that encourages your heart tonight to know that He's there. He's there. Well, I want to sing one more song before we say goodbye tonight. I used to love, my dad would sing this song when I was little, and I'm pretty sure he says this is his favorite song. It's one of my favorites as well. In light of everything that I just said, when our eyes open to the reality of what God is doing, we see the world very differently. We see life very differently. We don't have to focus on the storms. We don't have to focus on the conflict in the nations that are around us that just seem like it's all so much to carry. If we can turn our eyes to Jesus and lean into His goodness and His mercy and His grace, we can see that things are going to be better. And there is light on the other side of all of this. There is light at the other side of all of this. I see trees of green, red roses too. I see them bloom for me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. I see skies of blue and clouds of white, the bright blessed day, the dark sacred night, and I think to myself, of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, and I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Colors of the rainbow, so pretty in the sky, are also on the faces of people going by. I see friends shaking hands, saying, how do you do? They're really saying, I love you. I hear babies cry, I watch them grow. They'll learn much more than I'll ever know, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world. And I think to myself, what a wonderful world. Thank you all for joining us tonight for the Rambo Family Gospel Hour. We will see you all next time. Remember, as you go, you are seen, you are known, you are loved, and you are always enough. We love you so much. Have a good night.